February 27, 2025 marked a pivotal moment in Ontario's political landscape. Doug Ford, leader of the Progressive Conservative Party, secured a resounding victory. He was re-elected as Ontario's Premier. This was no ordinary victory. Ford had successfully framed the election as a battle against an external threat, potential tariffs from then U.S. President Donald Trump. Ford's campaign rhetoric resonated with Ontarians. He warned of the devastating impact of tariffs on the province's economy, particularly its crucial manufacturing and automobile sectors. The message was clear. A vote for Ford was a vote to protect Ontario's economic interests. Ford's campaign tapped into a deep-seated anxiety among Ontarians. The threat of a trade war with their southern neighbour was very real. The potential economic fallout was a significant concern for many voters. By positioning himself as the defender of Ontario, Ford struck a chord with the electorate. Ford's decision to call a snap election on January 29, 2025 took many by surprise. The election was over a year ahead of schedule. Ford, however, argued that he needed a clear mandate. He needed it to deal with the looming threat of Trump's tariffs. This strategic move allowed Ford to capitalize on the public's concern over the tariffs. He effectively neutralized other potential election issues. The election results were decisive. The Progressive Conservatives increased their majority in the Ontario legislature. They secured 82 seats, up from 79. The opposition parties were unable to counter Ford's narrative. They struggled to gain traction with voters. The New Democratic Party remained the official opposition with 25 seats. The Liberals suffered significant losses, dropping to 14 seats. Ford's victory sent a strong message. Ontarians were prepared to stand united against external threats to their prosperity. The election results solidified Ford's mandate to confront the tariff issue head-on. Following his re-election, Ford wasted no time in addressing the tariff issue. He embarked on a series of trips to Washington, D.C. He met with U.S. officials and business leaders. Ford's message was clear. He was ready to negotiate. He was also prepared to defend Ontario's interests. Ford's strategy was two-pronged. First, he aimed to build alliances. He wanted to build alliances with U.S. stakeholders who would be hurt by tariffs on Canadian goods. This included businesses and politicians with close ties to Ontario. Second, he signaled his willingness to retaliate. This was a calculated risk. Retaliation could escalate the trade dispute, but it also demonstrated Ford's resolve. Ford pledged tens of billions of dollars to shield Ontario's economy. He hinted at retaliatory measures. He could increase the cost of electricity exported to the U.S. This multifaceted approach underscored Ford's commitment to protecting Ontario's economy. Ford's re-election and his tough stance against tariffs drew mixed reactions. Then Prime Minister Justin Trudeau congratulated Ford. He stressed the need for a united front against protectionist measures. Opposition parties within Ontario, however, were critical. They accused Ford of using the tariff issue to his political advantage. They argued that the snap election was unnecessary. The potential for U.S. tariffs on Canadian goods posed a real threat to Ontario's economy. Ford, armed with a fresh mandate, positioned himself as a staunch defender of the province's interests. Whether Ford's strategy would succeed in dissuading the Trump administration from imposing tariffs remained uncertain. However, one thing was clear: Doug Ford was ready for a fight. He would not let Ontario become a casualty of a trade war.